consultations. His appointment list is consistently long, often requiring registration months in advance. After nearly 40 years in the profession, he has treated hundreds of thousands of patients across the United States and many other parts of the world. Beyond clinical work, Professor Thạc Nguyễn devotes much of his time to scientific research, focusing on clinical, innovative, and essential topics in cardiovascular medicine. He is the first and only Vietnamese-American member of the Executive Committee of the American College of Cardiology. He is also the author and editor of numerous renowned cardiology textbooks and journals. His book, Advanced Interventional Cardiology, Practical Handbook, Tips and Tricks, ranks among the top 3 interventional cardiology books of all time and the top 24 cardiology books of all time, as selected by CNN, Forbes, and Inc. via Book Authority. Having moved to the United States and risen to become a leading expert in cardiology, Professor Thạc Nguyễn made significant contributions to introducing interventional cardiology to Vietnam in the early 1990s. He currently serves as head of cardiovascular research at Methodist Hospital, Indiana, in the United States.
First of all, I really have to thank you so much for all your works in the past 4 decades, contributing not only to exploring the field of our cardiovascular research internationally, but also your efforts into furthering its research in Vietnam, its development in Vietnam as well. And so this time coming back to Hanoi, what's new about this journey?
It's very beautiful to come back to Vietnam, especially to visit Hanoi.
Yes.
Because it is my hometown. I was born in Hanoi more than 60 years ago.
Wow.
So it's beautiful to come back to see my home again. It's all the time amazing to come back to Hanoi because the Hanoi developed so much from the first time when I came here. Maybe 1,000 times more, you see?
Yes.
So it's beautiful.
Do you see, after so many years working with Vietnamese doctors and heart surgeons and researchers in cardiovascular in Vietnam, do you see a massive and big progress, a big change and development in this particular medical field?
All the time. To tell the truth, in medicine, as a senior, like even in medical school, you are a senior student, you have the duty to teach the younger one. You have to help your younger colleague. This is normal in medicine. You know that I went to China to teach first. The American team, we arrived there and we taught the Chinese cardiologists how to do procedure. And then we use the American way, that means the hand-on technique. And so we apply same for Vietnam. And especially there's one doctor, very nice to Vietnam and very good, Dr. Thomas Bum. He is one of those who started the electrophysiology program at the University of Chicago Hospital. And he came here and he helped, he taught the Vietnamese doctor how to do it. And I saw it. He stand behind and he hold the hand of the Vietnamese doctor and he show how to twist the catheter. And this is how the Vietnamese doctor did very well and progressed very fast. And they became very well experienced in this technique and take very good care of patients. And they can compete and compare with other cardiologists in the area or in the world. Because there are more cases we do here than in the U.S.
Right.
So let's say, for example, in the case of congenital heart disease in children, with Professor Nguyễn Hiếu.
Yes.
Oh, he did a great job and much better than his mentor, Dr. Fillmore at UCSF.
Yes.
And Dr. Fillmore knows that, and he really proud. He's very proud of Professor Nguyễn Hiếu.
This time coming back to Hanoi, you're also bringing with you a team of your friends, experts as well. So who are you bringing back to Vietnam this time?
In Vietnam, the new technique, the TAVR, transvalvular aortic valve replacement. It is a difficult technique. But I just remind the audience, I brought the inventor of TAVR to Vietnam before, Dr. Alain Cribier. But at that time, the valve, it was the first generation, very basic, and now we are the fourth generation of the valve. So it is much better. So this is why I invited Dr. Jason Force to come. Dr. Jason Force is a very experienced physician in TAVR. He did more than 3,000 TAVR in his career.
Wow.
That means about he does about at least 1 or 3 every day in his hospital. So it's very good. In general, all the time we see that at that time there was a problem. So we just mentioned that and bring the American team to come here.
Across Vietnam, expanding cooperation with international medical experts has become a key driver in advancing specialized and high-tech healthcare, particularly in complex fields such as cardiology. Dr. Jason R. Forrest, a cardiologist from the US, has been working closely with Vietnamese doctors to share advanced experience in minimally invasive heart procedures. During his visit to hospitals in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, he joined local teams in transcatheter heart valve interventions. One key focus of the exchange was the basilica technique, used to modify the aortic valve leaflets to enable transcatheter valve replacement in the most challenging cases. This highly advanced technique remains rare even in leading regional centers such as Singapore and Thailand.
We were fixing one of the most common valve problems called the aortic stenosis. The Vietnamese physicians have already been doing this to a smaller scale than the rest of the world, but they're already doing this even since, I think, 2013, and every year doing more and more.
At major hospitals such as 108 Military Central Hospital, Vietnamese cardiologists are increasingly taking the lead in advanced heart interventions. Local teams are moving beyond learning to mastering complex techniques.
Toàn bộ thời gian để cho cái kỹ thuật này tiến hành chỉ đâu đó nó chỉ khoảng từ 30 đến 60 phút. Thậm chí là thuận lợi thì có thể hết còn ngắn hơn. Và thời gian hậu phẫu, các trường hợp thuận lợi không có tai biến chứng gì thì chỉ cần sau 24 tiếng hoặc là 48 đến 48 tiếng là bệnh nhân có thể ra viện và trở lại cuộc sống như bình thường.
These clinical exchanges are also reinforced by a growing number of medical conferences and professional forums held across Vietnam. Through workshops, live case discussions, and expert panels, Vietnamese and international doctors share experience, refine techniques, and learn from each other's clinical realities. From a late starter in 1995, Vietnam's interventional cardiology has evolved into a regional bright spot, shifting from learning and adaptation to mastery and selective innovation, with growing integration into global medical networks.
Chúng ta đã có quan hệ hợp tác với rất nhiều các cái trung tâm viện trường trên thế giới và những cái giáo sư nổi tiếng thế giới từ Hoa Kỳ, từ Cộng hòa Liên bang Đức, châu Âu, rồi châu Mỹ, rồi các nước Đông Nam Á đều đến những cái hội nghị của chúng ta để tham dự.
Mở ra một cơ hội cho các nhà khoa học Việt Nam được tiếp cận những kỹ thuật mới nhất, hiện đại nhất, và trong đó mà chúng tôi quan tâm khá nhiều là đội ngũ khoa học trẻ có thể tham gia những cái phương tiện hoặc là những cái trào lưu mới hiện nay, ví dụ như trí tuệ nhân tạo trong tim mạch học Việt Nam như thế nào.
The procedures they do here are cutting edge and consistent with anyone around the world. In fact, they're capable of doing more procedures than I can do in many cases. And so again, I was very pleasantly surprised at the state of technology and the skill of all of the operators in Vietnam.
Speaking of that progress, I really want to take us to the past a little bit to really understand the progress and the future. So let's talk about the moment when you first decide that you want to be a doctor. What inspired that decision?
Very simple. My first, it's just for fun. My first subject in school was theology.
Ooh, very book heavy, extremely theoretical.
But I see that it takes so long to save a soul. But if you are a doctor, maybe you need only one day to take care of a pneumonia problem. Much easier and faster.
That's an amazing mindset to have. But it seems like it's a very clear and direct and easy path for you to take. But I would imagine that the journey itself has not been easy. Do you face any difficulties as a Vietnamese student studying in the U.S., especially in the medical field?
For us, for Vietnamese physicians, we have to master the English. Not just the regular English of every day. We have to master English, the high level, sophisticated, and academic English.
So specialized as well, very specialized.
This is the first. Then number two, we have to learn the American way of working. We have to be sharp, we have to be straightforward, and we have to be short, concise, and we have to stay focused, and we have to show the result. It's important when we take care of patients. We have to do it, to show it, and to have to prove it.
Because you're a Vietnamese person, do you feel like it adds something to your, it's a sort of strength in some aspect in your work in the U.S.?
As a Vietnamese born, and I spent my young age in Vietnam. So we have resilience, we have family bonds, then we have a sense of community. These qualities are very important for the success in the U.S. But when you are at work, you have to be sharp and straightforward, and you have to have new ideas and provocative solutions.
Right.
So this is the key for success in the U.S.
You know, of all the medical fields you can choose from, you choose cardiovascular, which is probably one of the most difficult medical fields to get into, especially for research, for surgery. So why did you choose that field specifically?
At that time, cardiovascular, the field of cardiology is the most intellectually and technically difficult or challenging. So, as a young boy, I love to challenge and to overcome difficulty. So I like to try to conquer or to overcome something most difficult. At that time, cardiology.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
And luckily, so at that time, interventional cardiology was at early stage. So we have a lot of things to do, a lot of problem to solve. At that time, angioplasty at early stage. We didn't have a stent yet. So at that time, we have on interventional cardiologists, we have to learn how to overcome the problem, and we have to think new solution to the problem we are having. So we have, at first we have angioplasty, and then we have bad stent, and then we have better stent, and then we have good stent. You see? So we learn, and every time we see a new problem, we have to solve it. And this is how we advance the field, so interventional cardiology. But even so, even we can do many things. We can put stent, we put a new valve, we open the artery, we open a valve. Preventive cardiology is the most important one.
For Professor Thạc Nguyễn, the best out disease before it reaches patients, not treating it after damage has occurred. 8 years ago at St. Mary's Hospital, an encounter with a patient working in hydrodynamics opened a new research direction for Professor Thạc Nguyễn.
I designed and assisted in building hydraulic power units for the steel industry and did it for 50 years. The heart system in your body is very much like a hydraulic system. You have a pump for the fluid to get to the pump. He found out that I dealt in hydraulics, and our conversation started from there.
And when we look at piping systems in industry, where they're either pumping gas or fluid through a pipe with an inner coating, we see that the inner coating breaks down, particularly near the pump where there is turbulent fluid movement, or where there is branch points which can create turbulent fluid movement. So we took that idea and we took those equations for fluid dynamics and applied them to the coronary vessels.
Mình nhìn cái vị trí đó, mình biết là tại sao nó xảy ra cái chấn thương, cái teo hẹp ở chỗ đó, và mình có thể đoán được trong tương lai nó sẽ xảy ra như thế nào.
Nếu mà chúng ta trả lời được cái câu hỏi đó thì cái lớn nhất đó là chúng ta có thể ngăn ngừa bệnh mạch vành. Còn những bệnh nhân nào đã có rồi thì chúng ta sẽ làm cho nó không tiến triển nữa. Nếu mà chúng ta sử dụng tốt và bệnh nhân kiểm soát tốt lối sống thì không bao giờ phải tiến đến đặt một cái stent nữa. Đó là những cái gì mà thầy mong muốn đang làm.
Although the research was carried out in the United States, Professor Thạc Nguyễn and his team chose Vietnam to debut their findings before an international audience of scientists and cardiologists.
Dr. Thạc Nguyễn has been working very hard for the last 20 to 30 years to help Vietnamese doctors and trainees to get involved in research and publish so that they could build a body of work that furthers and helps to synergistically bring up Vietnamese cardiology at the same time.
There is something that you discovered in while researching cardiovascular. Right now, what are some of the most significant understandings so far?
These ideas came out maybe about less than 10 years ago. So what new it is, now we arrive to a stage. At first we talk about cardiology, we talk about hemodynamic, that means the flow, and then we talk about hydraulic, the flow like a pipe, and then we have one more. Now we use acoustic.
So the sound.
We have the sound to explain what happened inside the coronary arteries. It's not the sound, acoustic, the sound wave.
Vibrations.
Yeah, oh my God, is that correct one?
Yes.
And this is how we arrive to the idea. Let's say we have an artery here. We have lesion 1, 2, 3, 4. We could explain with acoustic the pressure wave. We could explain why the lesion happened here, or here, or here, or here. So we can locate the lesion, and then we can explain why the lesion does not happen here. So it's a 2.
Wow.
And then number 3, we could explain why this lesion is more severe, 2 more severe than 1, or 3 more severe than 4. Number 4. And then the last one, we could predict which one will become more severe and which one will stay the same. So now let's say, if the more severe is too severe, then we put a stent. But if the one who will not grow, we don't have to put a stent. So see, this is the first time in history we could practice personalized medicine in the exact location. Before we couldn't do it.
Right. So understanding all this can help us really develop a treatment mechanisms and a treatment plan for individual patients. You have been bringing these ideas around the US and in Vietnam as well. And so how has Vietnam and Vietnamese physicians contribute to this research, and how are they contributing?
So the Vietnamese physician, they know the studies, they love it, they want to contribute it, and they give us the data. Let's say I use the angiogram, the picture of the coronary arteries of patients in the US and in Vietnam. So they contribute to the data. So very good. It is very interesting because let's say, now how do we know the problem happened here? We look at the concentration of the contrast. So we inject the contrast in plaque, it go in, and we wait until almost everything disappear. Then we have the remnant of contrast in location 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we can sit there and look at the remnant of contrast. But American cardiologists have no time to do it. Then we have to use artificial intelligence to detect that.
Right.
And this is the role of the Vietnamese team.
While modern cardiology can already visualize coronary arteries in great detail, Professor Thạc Nguyễn believes the next breakthrough lies in how those images are analyzed. He has been working with Vietnamese IT and engineering students to develop AI and machine learning programs that can automatically read, analyze, and predict changes in coronary blood flow. By combining medical insight with AI, machine learning, and advanced modeling, Vietnamese students can move from being users of technology to creators of new solutions, contributing to global cardiology research rather than following behind it.
It's so interesting to know that a lot of these data and predictions and projections of data, it's coming from a lot of the patients and cases in Vietnam. Do you think is that going to help a lot in treatments in a lot of Vietnamese patients in the future?
What's interesting in this case it is, now we found that inner artery, most likely maximum they have fall position, location with lesion, 1, 2, 3, 4. And location number 2, the lesion will grow and can rupture and cause a heart attack. But not at lesion number 3 or 4 or 1. So when we see that, we will save the 1, 3, 4 for medical treatment. And then location 2 for stent, if it is very severe. Now, if it is 50% severe, we know how to give medication to prevent the lesion to become more severe. This is possible, doable, and successful.
Right.
See?
Yes, and so just to contrast with the understanding we have now compared to in the past. In the past, we would put stent everywhere, and now we can just choose only a part of it, so it saves a lot of time and money.
Yes,
and it's applicable to
everybody.
A lot of yes,
but importantly, we could explain why, and we had to prove it.
Yeah,
I have a patient. I have a few patients, and the patient was asked to have a stent. And they came to me, and I look at everything, and I explain everything, and I say, if you control the blood pressure perfectly, I mean less than 120 millimeter mercury, and if you have your cholesterol level perfectly, that means about 50, LDL equal to 50, then the blockage will not grow.
How do you expect these new discoveries to impact cardiovascular research, intervention, cardiovascular research, and eventually leading to preventive?
The definition of preventing a problem before it occurs, we call preventive cardiology. I think that this is a noble mission. Again, like at the beginning, I say I am intervention cardiologist. I make a living by doing cases. But if I prevent the disease in one patient, it is good enough. So now with this technique, we can prevent putting stents to 100,000 of patients. Maybe the stent company will hate me. But the patient, we are happy that we take good care of the patient. It's very important.
Yes.
When you have a new ideas, you have to write it down because it can go away. So I wrote it down. It took 1,000 new ideas I thought new. Then we went back to Google, we checked it all. It took me 1,000 new ideas to right now to the hydraulic hypothesis of coronary arteries.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's challenging, you see? In the US, we are very competitive. The mentality.
Yes.
Especially in medicine.
Yes.
Especially in research. We have to have new ideas and we have to have provocative ideas. We cannot have, we cannot be followers.
Yes.
What is less known is that today, more than 70% of engineers designing coronary stents, balloons and guide wires in the United States, and most engineers producing closure devices for congenital heart disease, are of Vietnamese origin. In Boston, widely regarded as one of the world's leading academic research hubs, innovation often begins through unexpected connections. 15 years ago, a Vietnamese engineer approached 7 professors and physicians at Harvard University, helping them solve a challenge that had long blocked a promising idea.
Cái ý tưởng của đó là nói về cái ruột của mình đó, khi mà đang đóng á là đóng như này. Nếu mà có cancer hoặc là có một cái gì đó mình nhìn không biết được. Lúc camera vô là nhìn không thấy. Tại vì nó là mình bắn bong bóng lên thì nó hở ra hết những cái kẽ này kia đó. Thì xong cái mình mới để camera vô mình nhìn thấy. Họ nói là ủa tại sao mà họ không nghĩ đến cái ý tưởng đó. Và bây giờ là một cái sản phẩm đang sản xuất cho đến ngày hôm nay.
9-Point Medical turned this idea into the Envision VLE imaging system. The technology won a silver award at a leading US medical design competition and has been featured in more than 90 studies and scientific papers by American professors and physicians, demonstrating its wide clinical application and strong performance in medical imaging diagnostics.
Từ những cái ý tưởng đó, họ đã tin tưởng mình. Họ nghĩ rằng là mình đủ khả năng để làm những gì họ cần. Và cho đến bây giờ là Harvard với cái công ty của chúng tôi đó thì đã được phát triển được 9 project so far. Đó là một cái niềm vui cho mình.
Through persistent study, research and hands-on innovation, as well as a willingness to take risks in production, he earned $34,000 USD from his first contract in just 3 weeks. Over more than 20 years, T has researched, designed and developed over 30 medical technologies for treating coronary artery disease. His story reflects a strength shared by many Vietnamese engineers. Their meticulous approach and patience with fine detail have made them a top choice for US medical device manufacturers.
The Vietnamese community and what we have here in terms of employees are loyal, skilled, have their heart and passion in the right place to make a difference in this world. In our segment, it's cardiovascular disease treatment.
I'm sure they'll be employed by all the major companies producing coronary stents and medical devices.
Là một cái hành trình rất là khó khăn, nhưng mà mình ráng cố gắng mỗi ngày phải cố gắng, phải kiên trì. Mỗi ngày là mỗi cái challenge của mình, sáng tạo ra những cái ý kiến mới, sáng tạo ra những cái gì mà cho dễ nhất để cho mình làm, cho người khác làm.
Tôi thích nhất là giúp đỡ được cho những người khác, những người bệnh. Tại vì những cái việc mà liên quan tới y tế thì là cứu người và giúp người. Và có thể là ai đó đang cần thứ mà tôi đang làm này.
And not only you're bringing back teams from the US back to Vietnam, but you're also bringing a lot of Vietnamese physicians and students from Vietnam to the US as well.
Yes.
And so how did you find those opportunities to bring the students coming from Vietnam to the US?
Dr. Phạm Mạnh Hùng. So at that time, we arranged for him to study at the cardiac cath lab at Mass General Hospital, the #1 hospital in the US.
Wow. How did you manage to find that opportunity for the student in Vietnam? I would imagine it's not going to be an easy scholarship or an easy position.
It's not easy, but at that time, one of my friends is the director of the cardiac cath lab. And at the Mass General Hospital, Dr. Igor Palacios. And again, Dr. Palacios is not just an interventional cardiologist. He's an inventor, he's a pioneer, and he showed how to do things.
Wow.
This we sent to him. So let's say why I met so many prominent cardiologists in the U.S. So that's two reasons. Number one, Dr. Eugene Brauwald. He is the father of American cardiology. And I had to arrange his trip to China. And he said like this, and I like it. He said, I like to know a cardiologist who knows more than cardiology.
Wow.
This is the way how we do research in the U.S. We have to go outside our field. It's like I went through outside the cardiology, I went to hydraulic.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yes, yes.
We have to go outside our field to become successful. The second part, in the U.S., we treasure working friendship, especially the one with new, innovative ideas and provocative solutions, especially in science. To be provocative is one of the key for success.
So you really hope the students that you brought from Vietnam to the US is also going to have to adopt those mindset of being provocative and, you know, innovative
they did
solutions.
very well in Vietnam. I am very impressed.
Yeah.
And they did many things better than me. And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And so this is why I have no regret. If I can do anything more, I try.
Seeing the development of these students and seeing how Vietnam has developed so far and working with the younger students, what is your philosophy on teaching, on educating these young doctors, learners, as you said? What is your philosophy?
The American way of teaching is we let the young student, learner, doctors to discover the problem by themselves. We show, here's the problem, how to solve it. But we give them the first try and the first incentive. And then we give our opinion. But the person, the young student, the young doctor, they are the driver.
Is there any kind of like expectation that you would expect to happen when sending these students over? Do you have any hopes that, you know?
At this time, I don't have any. I don't have anything. I don't expect anything. But I like them to go back to Vietnam to practice what they learn and to make everything better. This is the way how we do.
Yeah.
You see.
Professor Thạc Nguyễn, for me, is a very beautiful human being. He has a very good heart and a good man. I think that is the first and most important thing. Professor Thạc always encourages people to improve. Yeah, there is no ceiling for his improvement. Yeah, if you are at professor level, he always sees how to make you better or how to encourage you to be better.
He has a very novel idea that's unusual.
Cảm thấy rất là vinh hạnh và tự hào khi mà được làm một phần trong cái dự án này, bởi vì những cái cống hiến của thầy Thạch đối với nền y học của Việt Nam rất là lớn. Một người có tâm và có tầm.
Một người thầy giỏi chỉ biết dạy thôi, nhưng mà với một người thầy xuất sắc như giáo sư Thạch Nguyễn thì đó là cái sự truyền cảm hứng. Bởi vì ông không chỉ là đưa cho chúng tôi cơ hội để có thể phát triển, mà sau đó là đã thúc đẩy và động viên chúng tôi để vươn tới những cái gọi là đi qua những cái giới hạn của chính bản thân mình.
I learned this type of characteristics from him, so I try and do that in my own clinical practice for those doctors who I train.
You have a book called Practical Handbook of Advanced Interventional Cardiology, and which has been a foundational textbook and a foundational Bible for a lot of the students and learners of cardiovascular research to reference and study and really get inspired, and have innovative and provocative solutions to come out of. And so it's in 6th edition, I believe that's right. So what's new about this new edition?
In this edition, we have I love the many chapters. The chapter of mitral valvuloplasty, open the tight valve. Mitral valve, it was written by the Vietnamese team in Hanoi. Professor Phạm Mạnh Hùng and Nguyễn Ngọc Quang, you see. They mastered the technique. They learned from Dr. Ted Feldman. They did very well, and now they wrote it, and it's a standard, number one.
Yes.
And the second chapter, I love it. It's from here, from Professor Lê Văn Trường, from 108 Hospital. And he did a difficult technique. When the patient had a stroke, they go inside the brain and remove the clot and it saves the brain. One of the reasons why it's difficult because they have to go through a bone here in this area.
Yes.
It's very tortuous. It's very difficult to do. But Professor Lê Văn Trường, he did a very good job. Beautiful, and show to other cardiologists in the world how to do it. This is a tool, you see?
Yeah, so the 6th edition features novel and experienced procedures.
Yep. The novel one is from Dr. Jason Force, the one who came to Vietnam this time. What is special there? So in cardiology, we have to open the artery, we have to open the vein, we have to open the valve. And he showed a new technique we heard only about maybe 5 years ago. We call electrosurgery. Wow. And this technique, we use the wire and we cut inside the heart. The senior author, Dr. Greenbaum, with Dr. Jason First, they are the inventor of the technique. This is what I'm impressed.
Yes,
because so we have two new chapters.
Yes. Yeah, it is amazing to see now that a lot of the experiences and knowledge distilled from Vietnamese doctors and surgeons are now being featured in a handbook alongside other novel techniques by premier cardiovascular researchers and surgeons and physicians as well, which is to show how much Vietnam has developed in the medical field and has entered the global world map in the medical field. We have talked a lot about, the advice, the academic and research and very complex ideas. But to our audience at home, do you have any advice to us, the people, to help ourselves have a better heart?
We have two things for the lay people. Number one, you should be well informed. Number two, you should take charge of your health. And the first one is preventive. Prevention of any abnormality in your medical condition. You have to be in charge of yourself.
Right.
This is the way.
And the doctor is going to be there to assist you along the way.
It's true.
Yes.
To assist. Not to in charge. You see?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes. So once again, I would like to thank you so much for allowing us to listen to your story, allowing us to for spending the time to come here and sharing your knowledge, not in the studio with us and to the audience at home. And from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you for all the efforts that you have done to furthering the research of cardiovascular internationally and helping expanding that research in Vietnam as well.
Thank you very much. And I'm very happy with you here today. And just for the young generation, we have high expectation from you.
So no pressure to all the doctors who are listening to this conversation. So I would like to end this show with a saying from Professor Thạch Nguyễn himself. Doctors must care for others in the best possible way with all of their acquired knowledge and empathy. Guided by this philosophy, he has never stopped sharing his expertise, mentoring generations of doctors and contributing tirelessly to the advancement of interventional cardiology in Vietnam and around the world. His journey is not only a story of professional excellence, but also of a heart devoted to healing and to humanity. Thank you so much, and goodbye.